been scouting several new areas today. One spot we've come across is an area where there's several bucks. Haven't really figured out how to hunt it. Did some scouting in here, found one real nice trail cutting across the bottom side of this ridge. It's got some fresh rubs, some fresh scrapes, and a food plot just down the ways a little bit, so we pushed back in here, trying to get a little bit closer to them, give us a little more daylight at the end of the hunt. So found a big red oak right here. I think we're going to be able to get a stand in, and trail comes right here 5-10 yards in front, so it's a good setup. I think lots of fresh sign this time of the year. Scouting is key, finding acorns, finding fresh sign, so that's what we did. We're gonna get these stands hung as quick as we can, leave as little scent as we possibly can, get out of here, wait for a good wind, and we'll be back in here. So we're gonna get started. Well, Clayton and I just finished hanging this stand. Everything looks really good. This trail is 10 yards, perfect. Anything coming by here is gonna be within range, so we're gonna get out of here. Hopefully be back in here pretty soon. I'm pretty excited about this spot. There's a lot of good sign and a lot of different bucks back in here, nice bucks. So we can get out of here. Hopefully we'll be back pretty soon. It's October 7th, about 2:15 in the afternoon, and I'm using this afternoon to do a little scouting. It's been so hot and it's so dry. Been some tough hunting in the last few days, so I'm going to use this downtime. Deer activities typically early before daylight and after dark in the evening. So this afternoon I'm going to slide into a spot that we know there's several bucks living back here. It's real hard to hunt, really steep terrain. And the other day we were driving down through here, saw a nice rub line coming through. So I'm going to dive off in here, see if I can find any more sign, maybe find a spot where we can get into, hunt the bottom side of where these deer are crossing. I've checked out one spot on Onyx already, and I've got a pretty good idea of where that trail might cut through there. So this little swath of hardwoods is separating these two cedar cuts, one on the top side, one on the bottom, and these deer are moving from this food plot up top, and they're coming down and wrapping around through here, and there's a good rub line cutting across the power line here, and I think these deer are crossing right through here. I'm gonna get down there, see if I find as good a sign down there as I am up here on this ridge. If so, we'll be able to come in from the bottom, sneak in the morning, get set up, catch them as they're coming back. So this is that pinch I was talking about. You see the daylight right over here, that's one of the cedar cuts. And there's another one up top here, and it just funnels down right through here in this ditch, and they're crossing, shooting straight up. I'm not seeing one defined trail, but there's deer sign coming all through here, so I think we'll be able to find a better single trail up higher, wrapping around, which is where we want to be anyways. We want to be up top where the wind's a little more consistent. Scoot up there and see what we can find. Well, I've been walking through here for the last 20-25 minutes. Pretty much base of it is two main trails running along the top side, skirting right below that top glade, and they end up splitting off back over there. So I opted to come back this way where there was a tighter concentration of the trails. You can see where there's deer kind of moving through in between, but for the most part the best trail is right up top here. So trees are kind of slim pickings around here. There's a big cedar I think we could get in, and there's also a couple oaks down there that probably would work, but they're a little further off the trail. But I think either one of these trees would work. I think I'm gonna call it good at this spot. I'm gonna head back out and see if I can find a spot where they're crossing the power line, and maybe we can catch them in an evening on the power line. This feels more like a morning spot, being able to slip in, get further back in here. So I think for the evening hunt, you're going to want to be closer back out to where they're going. So I'm going to get out of here and see what else we can find. Clayton and Evan and I are out scouting, and we're checking on a spot we've been watching for the past couple weeks now. This cluster of trees right behind me are all persimmons, and it's right up on top of the ridge. The persimmons on these trees are just now starting to become more palatable and ripen. I don't see much sign on the ground yet. There's still a lot in the trees, so I don't think the deer have really started hitting these yet. They will once they start falling, but today we're going to get a stand right up on top of this ridge here in the middle of the food plot. This works out perfectly because deer typically cruise right off this slope here, and it's hard to hunt down there. It's really steep, so having this food source up on top of the ridge is going to force the deer to come up higher where we can hunt them better. So we're really excited about this spot. I think it's going to work out well. Even if we can tag a couple does out of here, I think that'd be awesome. So we're going to get the stands hung, and hopefully you'll be seeing us tagging some deer right out of these stands here in the next few days. Put these together. Alright, here's the new setup. Got the stands hung. Got the cameraman Hunter right here. We've got shots not only to the food plot, but a chip shot 15 yards right here. Big old grove of persimmons that are loaded with fruit this year. It's got an easy access. Interior road comes right up here along the base of the tree. Slip in and out without being detected. This right here be the ticket, tagging a buck here in the next few days.